Right, guys, so welcome back, Mood 73. It's Sunday. I said I'm going to do a video today. I put up basically what it was about yesterday. People from a hunting fraternity definitely know when I'm talking wires. I'm talking snares. So, this one goes out to Funky Prepper, official, as he's known on Instagram there, or YouTube, Funky Prepper. UK, or wherever else he's under, his aliases. Darren, my buddy, Darren, and all you UK preppers out there, all you preppers in Britain, this covers all of you, right? This covers all of you that watched his live YouTube, Friday evening. He kicked off at 9 o'clock UK time. Now, Darren goes through a lot of what's going on in the media these days and keeps all you preppers up to date. Towards the end of Darren's video, Funky, my man, right? Towards the end of your video, and I'll address it to you because this is what it's all about. It's about you and your information you put out was false, brother, right? You got to your part about hunting. Now, you told your members who watched you, who come on and follow you, like I do, right? I'm not, you know me. I'll set anybody straight. I'll come guns blazing, you know me, brother, right? So, like you said to me on that voice message yesterday, watch out for the nutters. Well, I'm that fucking nutter, brother, right? Because you're hunting and you got the snares and you said about burning the wire. Thank you very much for passing that information on. We both know who you got it off, right? I'm here, brother. I'm the man. I'm Moocher 73. You stepped in my zone. It's good. Thank you for putting that information out there because I haven't got many people that follow me, as you well know, on YouTube. I've not been at it that long. And I'm not so, I don't edit my videos and everything. But anyway, let's get to the snares. Darren, Mr. Funky Prepper. You stated, right? You stated snares are illegal to use in the UK. You've just made the whole hunting fraternity, or even people that do pest control, right, with snares, you've just made them all look criminals, right? Now, like I was saying on that quick little video yesterday, right, the hunting fraternity, whether they be legal or they be illegal, all know full well that we are allowed, not we, but they are allowed to use snares. You can use snares. You can. If you have got permission of the landowner to snare his land, you can do it. Right? Now, I'm sitting here with a computer. I am on Game and Wildlife Conservation Trust. Right? Let me read you some of this off. Legalities of snaring. Here we go. Under the legislation relating to wild animals and snares, the responsibility rests with you, the snare operator, not with the employer, your supplier, the snare manufacturer, or any advisor. As a snare user, it is you that is open to prosecution for malpractice. That's the first paragraph on legalities of snaring. Your responsibility. Straight away, if snaring was illegal, it would say nothing like this on the Game and Wildlife Conservation Trust's page. Right? False information. You told people that snaring in the UK is illegal. Wales, I don't know what your rules are. If you're in Wales, you read up your own rules, right? Your conservation over there might be a little bit different under the hunting, the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981. It might be a bit different. Scotland, I'm not too sure either, or Ireland. But I'm going with what I've got here in front of me. I will take a screenshot, right? And stick it to this video at the beginning, right? Legitimate use, here we go. In all parts of the UK, snares may be set to catch foxes, rabbits and brown hares. Lupus, right? Hunting fraternity, you know I got your back, people. Moocher 73's got your back. We can't have people out there, right? We cannot have preppers, especially with such a high hierarchy as Darren, funky prepper, sorry, has. You have a great big following, brother. And as far as I'm concerned, you just done a biggest dump on everybody that hunts in the field sport game, in the field sports industry, right? Because gun shops sell snares, 3-strand brass core. The law states now, as far as I know, you have to have a tilly. Now a tilly, when you set a snare, it's like an hangman's bar, I suppose. It comes over at a certain height. Now that is the height by law. That is set. A light by law is a tilly. It's a bit of a wire, a strong bit of metal, say, and it comes up like an L shape, right? Now that is always standard to the height you can set a snare for a rabbit. Obviously for a fox, you're going to need a bigger gauge wire, whether you've got to use tillies. I don't know all of that. I've never run them on that. I run dogs on Charlie. Fox to you people, red fox, right? I run dogs. I used to run dog. I squeak foxes. I don't use snares, right? I did not use snares for foxes. I used to run a dog. Before the 2004 Hunting Act with dogs coming. Let me carry on here. Let me proceed with this, right? Snares. I don't want to get lost here. Let's get you straight, Darren. You owe us, brother. You owe that fraternity a hell of an apology now, right? Let's go, right? Now we start with to catch foxes, rabbits, brown hares, provided you are the landowner or have the landowner's permission. You can do it. In brackets, you can also legally snare a few other species such as rats and mink, though we would generally advocate other methods of controlling these species. Right? Statuses affecting snare use. Right? Honestly, this is going to be a bit of a long one, guys, right? Because I want to make sure, right, you get all of this. Here we go. Affecting use of snares. The Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981. It's in brackets there, 1981. We can use them. I keep stating it, right? And Wildlife, Northern Ireland, NI. Means you like your little NI packs and all that, Darren, right? NI to you, brother. Order 1985 imposed certain conditions, in brackets, described later, on the use of snares for conservation reasons and prohibited their use to catch species of conservation concern that are listed in Schedules 5 and 6 of the Act. These schedules, are not fixed. They can be altered by the Secretary of State as they stand at present. Protected animals at risk of capture in fox snares, which will include badgers. Right? If your fox snare, your wire pulls a badger, you're in a world full of it. Right? You got to make sure there's no badger sets around when you take Charlie. Right? If you're on an area and there's badger set, you're always going to tell, because the badger, he'll dig a little hole. And he will always go back and crap in that hole. Right? We've got a name for that. That's what he uses. That's his latrine. Right? he won't crap outside on his own doorstep like a Charlie will. Fox will. Fox will mainly crap out round where he lives and near territory mark. He will also crap on the middle of you'll get a hill sometimes. When you see rabbit earths, you'll get a hill. And on top of that hill sometimes you'll find a fox scat. A crap. A turd, if you like. Right? Now that is the symbol to other foxes that he gets food here. Right? That's what that stands. That's what that is. So let me carry on. Right? Let me carry on. The schedules are not fixed right yet. We've done that. Secretary of State. As they stand at present, blah, blah, blah. Capture of foxes included in their snares include badger, wildcat, pine marten, otter, and just conceivably polecat and hedgehog. The Deer Act's 1991 and the Deer Scotland, in brackets, Act 1996, prohibits the use of snares to take deer. So you can't snare Bambi with them, boys, right? Bear that in mind. Right? Just bear that in mind. But you can use snares to take small game. Right? So, prohibited the use of snares to take deer. In Scotland, extra restrictions and conditions on the use of snares were introduced by Nature Conservation in brackets Scotland, Act 2004, the Conservation, Natural Habitats and Co in brackets, Amendment, Scotland is in brackets, Regulations 2007, and the Snares in brackets Scotland Order 2010. These statutes dictate certain working practices as well as restricting use and reflect a mixture of conservation and humaneness concerns. The Wildlife and Natural Environment in brackets of Scotland Act WANE Wayne I'm having a fag, you know where I'm coming from, right? Become law in 2011, making accreditation and training of all snare users a legal requirement. In snare operators must apply with the certificate to their local police station for an individual ID number, which must be tagged onto every fox and rabbit snare. Right? So you can still do it up in Scotland. You can take snare, use it for fox and rabbit, but you've got to go and do a course in Scotland. Nowhere here does it say you even have to do a course in the UK, but what I will tell you is you use a tilly. You buy snares with tillies on them, or you find out what the maximum, the set height of a tilly is, and you make your own. Use a tilly, people. If you are definitely, there's a hell of a lot of people that are running around with wires, right? I've seen it. Seen it on YouTube. Running around with wires and ain't even got a clue what a tilly is, right? So that means to me you're all incompetent, I should say, right? A lot of you people should use a tilly to get the right standard by law, because you don't know the tricks that some of us know. And it definitely goes to show that Darren doesn't know the tricks that some of that we know, because of Darren is still looking up to find out where I get my information from of burning with a quick lighter, zipping round a wire to get rid of scent, right? Not in your SAS and Elite handbook and all that crap. It don't tell you that, guys, right? So preppers, bear in mind, I'm not going to carry on because of I'm just on a responsibility I've done, legitimate use I've done, statutes affecting snare use I'm a quarter of a way into, right? And that's a good few paragraphs there. Then we go codes of practice, and that's a good few more. Get your free fox snaring guide from the GWCT team, right? What's inside your free fox snaring guide, right? If you're going to Charlie, Now, there's no prepper on this planet that needs this information, right? You don't need this because we're different league to you guys, right? Told ya. There's prepping, there's bushcraft, there's wild camping, then there's taking game. There's moochers. There's those who walk amongst us that are bloody downright despicable people. We're despicable. But don't never, ever, ever be dumping on us when something is legal and you're telling people it's not legal. Because I'm not taking that. And no prepper should ne'er be thinking, oh my God, I've got a few snares, right? And it's illegal to snare in England because it's false. It's It's Darren, you have a community, not a live apology, but I suggest you do a video because, like, you offended me by coming out with stuff you don't know about. You obviously don't know about it because you wouldn't have even said that it's illegal. And that's really got my goat up yesterday, bruv, when I watched that yesterday morning, you know, because you just basically, really, you just blacklisted an whole entire, if you'd like to say, a community. You know, you just blacklisted them all. Just blacklisted them all, bruv. All right, you've done it by accident. But then you should look into facts before you start running it off, shouldn't you, really, brother? Right? So, like I say, this goes on, guys. This goes on. You can get your free fox snaring guide. And read more on snaring, best practice guidelines, right? They go finger and thumb. I'm not going all into this, right? You want to learn this, preppers. Don't listen to Darren. And those that do listen to Darren, I'll tell you now, you want to back up and double check what he comes out with. Not in an honourable way, but because I'm telling you so, right? Because as you can hear right now, right? My man's sometimes right out of his zone and he's in my zone and I'm here. This is why I'm here, right? I'm the game taker, right? Was the game taker in the UK. I don't do that out here, but I'm telling you straight, right? You got to double fact check. Darren, you've got to do your fact checking, mate. You know, you're going to be putting information out there to people. You got a damn big, how many K you got there? 1,500 or something, right? And there's little old me, I've only got like 90 people following my channel, bruv, right? 90 people follow me, the Mooch is 73, right? 90 people. Compared to your 1.5K, or whatever you're at now, and you're spilling out false information, brother. No, 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 no. I'd like to go over a lot of your videos when I've heard this now, and I'd like to comb it, but ain't me, because I ain't here to pull your ass apart, bruv, right? But I'm telling you, bruv, you've got to step your game up if you're going to be doing things like you're doing live chats. You're doing live chats. You claim you're sitting there doing all this research, right? You're doing all this research. Then you start talking about hunting. Didn't do no research there, brother, did you? Preppers? I think personally you should all stick to your dried food. Leave the game taking to pros. Just because you could shoot an air rifle and bowl a bunny over, don't make you a hunter. Not at all. Not at all. Anyway, I like to say bing bong, I'm gone. Squeeze your taters or whatever. But like, I'm still, you know. I just want to pull your ears off, bruv. I want to chew your ear holes. I really do, like. I feel like Jack Russell mode. I feel like hanging on your damn ankles, brother. Right? So, guys, where did I get this info for you, right? It's the Game and Wildlife Conservation Trust. I can't state it enough. This is advice, right, on legalities of snaring. It's like, listen, right, it's like all you wingnuts out there, if you're an anti, right, if you're an anti and you're against hunting and you're against fox hunting and you're against air gun shooting and taking a small game and all that, right? This one's for yous. Because you'll see a guy running at you on the field with his dog, with his whippets or his lurchers. And straight away, you clans think, oh, Hunting with Dogs Act 2004 makes it illegal to hunt with a dog. False information. You need to get online, guys, and go right the way through that before you start piping up about hunting with dogs is illegal, right? You've got to get online, government.org or whatever clan set that up, and read the whole damn thing, because there is a hell of a lot of loopholes in there, right? Where a dog man can't be touched, right? This ain't a loophole, this is a true fact. When you go all the way through, and I mean there's a good few pages, and anybody out there that's into running dogs, right, they know this. Some of us are like, sat there, and we read it, right? I mean, we read it. We went through page and page and page. And you will find out that taking rabbits with a whippet or any type of lurcher ain't included in it. Rabbits can be taken. You can use 2 terriers to flush a fox from its earth. But a dog can't chase it down when it comes out the ground. When it's flushed, the dog can't chase it down and run it down and kill it, right? But you can use the dog's terriers to flush them. When they bolt that hole, you can shoot them. There's no law against that either. The Hunting Act, the Hunting with Dogs Act, right, also states, right, the taking of rats with dogs, whether it be a whippet size, a terrier, whatever, that's not illegal either, right? But nowhere in that act does it say it's legal to take, you know, for your dog to kill a mouse, right? So what they're saying is it illegal for a dog to kill a mouse, but it's okay for it to kill a rat? I don't know. Never looked right into it. I suppose it could be, because maybe, you know, a dog can't tell the difference between a field mouse and, we'd call it an edible dormouse, can it? You know, an edible dormouse is endangered. So there's lines, there's borders, there's things that need to be read, and then they need to be read, and they need to be read again and again and over, right? So like I'm saying, right, when somebody's telling you something, preppers, and anybody else out there, you unwashed, right? Anybody comes on here and reads up or, you know, looks at this video, right? And they're all jumping on, oh, I'm a vegan, and oh, killing animals is illegal, and da-da-da-da. Right? Do your own research and do it thoroughly, right? Because I ain't happy. You're putting false information out here on YouTube. And when you're packing 1,000, whatever it is, 1.5k of people to your account, right? And you're spitting information and tarnishing a whole community, mate. Hunting, that fraternity of people have got enough on their plate without someone with you, with your power that you've got on your dude tube, right, to rinse them out. It's not on. It's not fair. And you're 100% false in your information. And that's disgusting. For a prepper, you didn't prep for that one, did you? Right? Leave the game taking to the pros, brother. Or do your homework. Like you were saying in your hunting. Go with somebody. Reading books. Reading books don't help you in the field. Right? You need to go with a pro. You need to mooch your people. Right? Someone inside and outside the laws of they've got the rights to use the land and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's good. But then to stay low key, because you're talking about when it all goes pear, when shit hits the fan, right? Rules will go out the window. We all know this. Rules will go out the window. But you're still going to have to move stealth when you're poaching on somebody's land. Taking game illegally, I'd like to say. Right? you're going to need to do your homework. And anything that comes out of any prepper, right? I don't care where they're from, Canada, USA, always do your own research, people. Always do your own research. Don't take everything they come out with gospel. They put you in a bad situation, right? Because it proves they ain't even doing all their own work. Go out with someone by all means. Go out with somebody that knows the job. If you're over in Wales, you've got John Palfrey. You'll find him on Facebook. If any of you people have got me on Facebook, you're out Wales way, right? John Palfrey, I don't know if he comes on Instagram. A lot of you people will know who the man is when it comes to the catapult world, right? Gamekeeper John, right? GK. Hold it down, brother. Always give you a big shout. You know the score. GK, we move with catties. I know you're doing a lot of sea angling and angling videos these days, but you know the score. You've been on the what do you call it? Country Sports Channel, and you got your own YouTube with your catapulting and stuff like that. You few of your lads around you move with ferrets and running dogs to take rabbit control, right? You people need to look out for some real names, and you need to have a talk with these people, like Gamekeeper John. I see a lot of people, you know, your survivalists, your preppers. You couldn't use a catapult if you tried. It's in your bag for a last resort. You can hit a target. Stalk up on something. Watch that rabbit disappear. You ain't getting near it. Distance, it's like with an air gun. You're all good at a distance. You can pull a trigger and watch something fall over. Ain't what it's all about, though. You got to learn to take your sinners out. You got to clean it, right? You got to start watching videos. And when you watch one guy do it, watch another guy. Don't stick to one man, because that one man could be really, really wrong. Really, really wrong. Anyway, bing bong, I am gone. I'm going to go and have myself a couple of beers, maybe a brandy and coke, because Funky Prepper, you'll come out with a rum and coke here, ain't you, bruv? Proper made yourself look like a sausage. Proper. Good thing for Ronnie, on it, eh? Anyway, like I say, I'm out of here. Mooch is 73. I'm done. Have a good Sunday. Hope you enjoy it. Don't make people a criminal out to be a criminal when they're not, right? That's rule number one. That's the lesson of the day. Class is over. You're all dismissed. I'm out of here for a few beers, but tomorrow's a working day, so I won't be getting pissed. I'm done. Before I gel, forgot. Tim, Yorkshire Pudding, big shout out. Mr. G. Bolton, big shout out. Like I said, Palfrey. Top quality, nice fella. Makes catapults, ideal, good guy with the ferrets and all that. I don't know whereabouts he is in Wales, but if any of you guys out there, preppers and that, you're on YouTube, right? If you're on Facebook, if you've got a bait book, right? Look him up. You'll find him. He's on my Facebook account. If any of you guys are connected to me on Facebook, you'll find him on there. You've got Gamekeeper John. He's got a Facebook. He's on YouTube. Get in touch with these people if you're over in Wales, right? Watch their YouTube videos like Gamekeeper John. There's Mikey Cookson. Big shout out to Mikey Cookson as well. Mental Mikey, that's what I call him. Good lad. Good lad is our Mike. Right? That boy runs rabbits with his Whippets and his Bedlington Terriers. He's a little bit dusty, is our Mike, but Mike's quality. Mike is quality. I don't know if he's still got his channel up and running, but if he has, one love, Mikey Cookson. There's also out there on Facebook, you've got Mr. Richard Buckley. He's another good fella. Knows a lot about the birds, the catapults, and a lot of game stuff. He's got a couple of what do you want to call them there? They're the skinny ones anyway. So there's a few fellas out and about, right? Look out for the good ones. Like I say on here, Mikey Cookson. He's on here on the YouTube. You got Palfrey, I don't even think Palfrey's got a thingy. Any of you guys know Matt Redding? All right, you've got him on your Facebook or whatever. Talk to Matt. Matt Redding, he is the moocher. He is the moocher. He's our Matt, right? Me and Matt, we always, we have a little conversation and how things are still flowing out there in the UK and that, right? But Matt's got land, right? Matt's got permission now, but Matt still goes under the name moocher, like I still use the term. And Matt's got some old arts. Matt's got some old arts that boys don't use no more, right? Matt's got a set of skills there. A set of skills you don't learn after 10 minutes of watching a YouTube video with some winkle telling you about things that are false, right? Matt's got a set of tools. Yeah, he's got a set of tools in that toolbox that are right sharp. Keen as mustard is that lad. And Derham, Timothy, Yorkshire Pudding, Graham, Bolton, Palfrey, you always get a shout out. You know that, lads. Even if I miss you and I don't say it, you all know I hold you all high. Always have done, always will do. We've rolled in and out them circles for years. Craig up there, LFC, ain't ya? What's it, Leeds Football Club fan? My man Craig up there, ex-Derbyshire boy. He's another quality bush. He's good at catapults. Any of you boys want to know more about catapults, right? And you have got a bait book, put in the Catapult Lounge. Write them a message. Tell them that I've sent you over. Ronnie O'Riordan, that's Moocher73. Tell them, just write them a little message. Say you've seen Ronnie's YouTube account, Moocher73. And Moocher said you guys might be able to help them with information, catapult shooting, aiming, stuff like that. You've also got Gamekeeper John. He ain't on the lounge no more. You've got Yorkshire Pudding. Tim Derham. You'll see sometimes he comments on my YouTube. He's a good fella. Send him an email if you find his email account, or just write him on here. Like I say, anyway, it's getting long. I'm done. I'm going for a beer. Moocher 73. I'm out of here. The other fella, you know your name, Mr. Prepper. Get your gear sorted out. Get the apology out. Not an happy chappy over here, Winkle. Not an happy chappy. Fix it.